Hello everybody and welcome back to the workshop. It has been a while because there has been a lot going on. I did lots of stuff in preparation to try to get the Maserati to go to Le Mans. And I'll go into all of that, I'll edit those videos. But let me just, it was interesting. I'm not really going to tell you whether it made it or not, but it did almost catch fire. So that's a different matter, and that is currently now elsewhere. I've got lots of projects to do. I really want to get back to the Range Rover Classic as quickly as possible, but I need to run through the smaller stuff which needs to be used more often, and there's obviously stuff for my house in here which needs doing. So I need to try to repair a car, so I've actually got a daily driver. So I need to get that 2014 Range Rover through a test, because the rear dampers are completely ruined. The pain in the backside job for today? Well, this. Basically on both sides, this has gone. It is not damping anymore, so it's just bouncing around all over the place, which for something so big is a problem. And more of a problem, these have what's called active body control, so they stop the car doing that because they're so heavy and big, so when they wallow into a corner, they're supposed to stiffen up, and it doesn't. More than that, that movement has just completely trashed, this one's not as bad, but you can see it, trashed the inner and outer edges of the tyres on both sides. So that was not, one thing dies, and then very expensive things die with them. As you can see, look at that. And because they're just getting destroyed because they're getting too hot on those edges as it's moving around, and then it's just destroying the tyre. So they're dead, shocks are dead, so I need to spray everything up quickly in here so it'll hopefully release. Put it down, I've got to take half the interior out of this thing, all out the back. I've never really worked on this that massively, so this will be interesting. And apparently it's one bolt at the bottom, one bolt at the top. Nice easy job, apart from taking the entire interior out. Spare wheel all out. There's one of the batteries. And under there will be the air suspension pump, and I am trying to see if I can avoid taking the back seats out to do this, because they're a pain in the backside to do. But if we look at the angle of that strut going all the way up, we're loosely in line with this. Now that would say is sort of underneath this corner behind the seats where that strap tie down, luggage tie down is. So if I can get underneath that lot, I might, there's only literally 3 bolts, I might be able to avoid moving all these. So, I have seen this done elsewhere. They've taken these seats out, they've taken the panels down the side out, even though these will just lift up, and as you can see that lifts up. And I don't know why, let alone the problems it causes, because now I can get to the top of the struts. All right. success. Ish. Right, one side is done. And it's been very experimental. So I'll do the other side and I'll explain properly in case anyone is ever watching this and is actually trying to find out how to do this, because I've seen loads of stuff on the internet about how to do this, which involves huge amounts of extra work. And I found a way to do it that's differently to that, and for great reason. So the way I have seen it is everything comes out, these panels, loads of this plastic, the actual seats, then that carpet, and I mean this one, the seats go up and down electrically, and there's all sorts of wiring for those seats underneath, and I actually try to avoid undoing any wiring whenever possible, especially in a Range Rover. I mean these are particularly known for issues with seats and airbags. I can almost guarantee just putting the driver's seat forward enough to put these seats down, I will have an airbag light on when I turn the car on again, because it pulls the seat airbag wire underneath. You wouldn't believe these were, what was this in France? This would have been 160,000 euros new. You wouldn't believe it. So I've always tried to find a way to do something as easily as possible and take as little as possible apart from the car. So I've managed it on this side without any of this. Let's see if I can do it over here. So without taking back seats out and doing all sorts of things, I can just get the 3 bolts which hold that strut top in underneath the sound deadening foam. Now of course there's a bar there in the way, as you can see. That will get in the way of some bolts. Right, what we're going to do is take out the wiring plug for the active body control, pull out this lot. I mean, I probably am taking this to an extreme about taking stuff out, because I hate it. Come on. Bloody sound deadening, that's all caught. Come on. Woo. Right. Yeah, so, 3 bolts. 2 of them accessible with a socket, 1 not. We'll solve that though. Come on. Yes. So rather annoyingly, yes, I've managed one side without taking the back seats out. Other side, I'm not going to be able to, just because I can't get enough purchase on one of the nuts. So, seats coming out, but all the other stuff isn't coming out. So we still found a way to do less work to get this done. Now, this is why I didn't want these. You have to try to manoeuvre yourself to find those, which you think would be easy looking at them now, but they're on these catches, so they're not actually quite as easy as you'd think. I'll do the other side. Yes, is that do? Is that done? It's done. All right. Oh. Seats out, and yeah, that's a bit. Ooh! I'm rich, I found £1. Oh no, I'm richer! I'll just fall down the carpet. I found 5p as well. Alright. Reason amount of horrible stuff down here, and this actually looks as like there might have been a mouse in this at some point, which is the problem if you don't use your car very often. Right, well, I can worry about that with the Hoover in a minute. Let's get this seat out, which I believe is one there. Yes, and I'm only going to do this side because I've done that side. Oh, I've done that side. Why did I need to? What else is getting caught where? I'm going to be careful about the wiring as well. Look at that. Oh. Right. Well then. Yeah, it's Yeah. Now we can see what the problem was. This is a damper. It's not really doing anything. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. And this one, the oil reservoir came off. Not really doing anything. Onto that. Come on, pull it in. It's got 2 new shocks, 2 new tyres, and they were extremely needed. Down on the ground, put all the back together, and I've got 1 hour to do it and drop it to the test centre and hope it passes. Otherwise I don't have a car to drive. Right, airbag light on because I've moved seats around. So let's get this thing off. Woohoo! All right, good. Yes, our 2014 L405 Range Rover. Let's see what's wrong with it. Body control fault. That'll be the chassis. Here's our health reports. The driver side seat module. That's what's just done it. Body control, these are because the thing's been unplugged. Okie dokie. Let's clear everything. Airbag light off. And that is simply because this is a common problem. The wires all just under here. When you move the seat or someone sits in the back and kicks their feet up against it, pulls the wires and pulls the connectors out because the wires are too tight. I mean, really. If anyone from Jaguar Land Rover is watching, why you want us to buy an extra bit of wiring which plugs in, which is always on back order and out of stock, to fix a problem it should have been a recall because you didn't put enough wire in the car in the first place. Shame on you. However, anyone that has that problem with one of these, put the seat all the way up with the engine, turn the engine off and the ignition off, jiggle all the wires, start the car, the light will probably go out, put your seat back to normal. It's not actually a problem, it's just the wire. So don't go spending lots of money if you don't have to. So we're onto the mobile phone. Let's see if we'll make the test station. And also the point, let's see if this drives nicely now, because before it was bouncing all over the place. Oh yes, okay, we have no warning lights. It's not bouncing all over the place, it's solid and steady on the road. Oh, this is a pleasure drive now, not being a bouncy castle. I think we've done it. Oh, learner, oh dear. Oh, there, oh. Yes, learner, I don't know you're on the right side of the road there, mate. It's in having its test. I'll find out in the morning. He's going to do it either late this evening or first thing in the morning. So I'm going to clear this place up a little bit, get the car in the morning and find out. So fingers crossed. Fantastic news. It passed. It is on the road. Safety certified, which gives me another vehicle. I can tow with, I can move stuff around, I can pull cars, trailers. I am very happy. Plus, cars don't do well sitting around. That has been sat around for a little bit. So that is another project off the huge list, which means I'm on to the next one and getting one step closer to a Range Rover Classic, and then hopefully the van, and hopefully the Maserati will be back soon. That is having someone who knows better than I having a quick look at it for me. Now, lots of you have asked about what diagnostic machine I've been using, and it has been extremely useful, so I will tell you. So, it is the Topdon Artidiag Pro, and this I have used on everything. I've used it on that Range Rover, the new Range Rover, the Maserati, the BMW, other things that have come in when people have asked me to do them a favour. It has been fantastic, and I was given this to test and try out, and it has done nothing but perform. So for anybody that genuinely wants something which will do quite a lot, this thing is fantastic. It's really actually a lot better than I was expecting. It automatically detects newer vehicles' VIN numbers. If you connect it to Wi-Fi, it will upgrade the software for the latest stuff itself. It'll even, if it doesn't have it downloaded, it will even detect the vehicle and then download it. I have found nothing so far that it cannot actually do in what is a bit more than a DIY garage, but genuinely I have found this to be superb. And as I said, I was given it to try out, and I said I would give it an honest review. I will go over it another day and lots more features, but people have been asking, and I do believe by the time this video goes out, it'll probably be the Amazon Prime Day, and they are doing an offer on that. So there is a link in the description below to anyone that is interested. This is not a sponsored video, it is just something that they have given me to do a decent review of, and it's genuinely been a huge help, and I had loads of comments asking what I was using, including a few emails. So, hope that's answered that. If anyone is interested, because there's a few people who have asked, link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that I've got a car back, and now, on to the next project. See you next time.